Hello, hello. I just got cleaned up because I was fighting my pressure washer outside. Yeah, it doesn't really want to work right. So, there goes my afternoon project. Anyway, the dog, I took her to the vet this morning. She got some updated shots. She got her nails done, the whole shebang. So, at least we got something accomplished. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's a little roadblock and you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta deal with it. Okay. What else we got here? I think I'm gonna do the light worker cards today as well. We'll see if I have time for the tarot by the time I get through these two decks. If not, maybe the next video will be a tarot video. If you're only into tarot, then you have to find a different channel. If you're only into astrology, go find a different channel. In fact, go to a local reader even. Do you know what I mean? Some folks here out on the interwebs, yeah, we're going to give you the messages, but it might not be the message that's like really super specific to you that you're looking for. So that's why I recommend going to local readers if that's something you're really desiring, okay? Because right now it's a collective read. So everyone's aware of that. Okay? No ritos and tarot and messages from the Most High, that above, right? Happy hump day as well. So, alrighty. Let's see what we have here for the angel cards to start off, please. Archangel Uriel, illumination, inner power, and ideas to form. Number 4 here. Okay. Kind of has that bad boy biker look going on to him. Archangel Uriel. Alexa, can you tell us about Archangel Uriel, please?
According to Wikipedia, Uriel, Uriel, or Uriel is the name of one of the archangels who is mentioned in rabbinic tradition and in certain Christian traditions.
There's a starting point for you. Commander Ashtar, Starseed Space Travel and Galactic Guides, number 26. Okay. So, maybe you're more the clean cut type, right? He's more the motorcycle guy. You got the clean cut. This is like Val Kilmer versus like Leon Russell. Do you know what I'm saying? It's two different kinds of personalities here. Right? Right? Okay. He kind of looks like Val Kilmer a little bit, don't you think? Don't you think? Especially the blonde Val Kilmer, the Iceman. Anybody remember him? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, maybe you gotta look it up, maybe you gotta watch the movie. Some of us already have the t-shirt. But, good times. Good lessons can be learned from some of those movies, right? Mother Mary, number 18. Conception, purity of heart, and faith. Okay. So the situation is calling for you to have faith. It's calling for you perhaps to tap into your feminine energy as well. Okay. So, and I would say we all have feminine and masculine traits within us, right? I'm very business minded. I take care of my own transactions. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's some people will be like, well, that's a man's job to do that, or that's a woman's job to do that. The male nurse. The male nurse. Right? It's always a male nurse. It's not just a nurse who happens to be male. It's a male nurse, right? I've been treated by some nurses who happen to be men that were very good and good at their jobs, right? As I've been treated by some female nurses that were good at their jobs. I've also been treated by some nurses that, I think we've all had those anyway. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have to come to work today? Right? PLS. I don't know what that really means. Message held for review. I'll never see it. TNT Kid says hi. So hello, everybody in the chat today. Okay. As luck will have it, weird. Looking for our blessings, right? Some days, and it's like, oh, maybe it's right in front of us. Yeah. Well, that's what it can mean. But when people don't clarify, especially if you're just going to write that, it's like, for what? You know what I mean? What's the purpose there? Anyway, St. Brigid, number 20. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Anybody coming off the tail of Leo season? This seems like a Leo you might know, right? Fire, passion, growth, right? When the farmers burn the fields, then it allows for new growth to happen, right? Burning off the weeds, transforming, right? And exploring our passion, right? Passion for something that's going to be new, something that's going to be abundant, something that's going to be good for us. When we're 18, we think we know everything, and then just in a couple short years, when we're 20, we're like, you know what I'm saying? Right? So, yeah. Archangel Chamuel, unconditional love, heart feeling, and self-love, number 5. Okay. So again, this situation calling for you to not only have faith, but to have some unconditional love for yourself in the situation. Okay. So, and don't worry, although I don't, have a moderator currently, there are times when I see things in the chat that I don't think are appropriate for other people that came for the chat. So, just as a forewarning, I will reach out and block you from the channel. I'm not really concerned about doing that because nobody should be harassed on this channel. And that includes me, the reader. Okay. So like I said, if this isn't for you, you can go elsewhere. And remember, this is 100% free. So you don't have to be here. Right. And I'm not asking you to be here. So go on with your bad self. Right. Go on out there and go forth and do whatever it is that you were planning on doing without my permission, without my consent, without my knowledge, without my nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as long as it don't involve me, I don't give a rip, right? No. At a certain point, there's a line that gets drawn. And it's like, what they used to do, put the salt at the doorway, right? To protect from the evil spirits from coming in. Because it's like, okay, well, I'm on my property now, so now right? You want to fool around and find out, okay, you can do that. Just go do it at your house, right? Don't do it at my house. It's very simple. Very simple. Some people are like, their little computer brains are like, oh my God. Yeah. And some of it's because they realize they don't have their own whatever to be fooling around in, right? And it's like, well, I guess it's your time to learn, son. Your time to learn. Okay. Yeah. Have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. Yeah. It's like people are wanting to join your party, but the last time they were at your party, they wrecked the door, the ceiling fan came down, like the dog got loose. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like that. And you're just like, well, this time I'm just going to do it a little more low key, right? Maybe it's just you and a couple girlfriends and, their dogs. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, moving on. Kathy, number 1, getting skinnier. says hi there. You know what? Yeah. Surprise, surprise. A veterinarian told me I have to watch what I feed my dog. Especially on all the treats, because I was honest with her about what I feed her, and I'm like, she gets human food too. I'm not one of those pet owners like only gives them their dog food or I went to pet sit this one person's dogs, and there was like very few treats in the house. I was just, and, and when I wasn't looking, that there was the bag that I had that was there. While I was pet sitting, it was like within their reach, and like I came back and it was like torn apart. Like the dogs, Jesus. It's like I guess y'all don't really. Wow, how about that? She says in the comments there they've taken off 129.1 pounds since 2015. That is really amazing. Congratulations. And keeping it off, right? So I was asking the vet, I was like, well, what's a healthy range for my dog? And she told me, I'm like, okay. So we have a goal now, and, I'm a part of that too, giving her, extra Treatos and things, especially when she's like, how can you resist? How can you resist? What can I say? We still go for walks. Okay. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Yeah. Sometimes it's time. Maybe it's just a little change in locale. Maybe it's a shift in schedule. It's just kind of your routine, and it's like, okay, you can either swim upstream, right? Or you can go with it in a way, right? Kind of like his hair. If you actually tried to style it that way, it probably wouldn't have happened, but he might have woke up that way and it looked really amazing that day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, forcing things doesn't work, does it? Yeah, the says I enjoy crap food every now and then. Yeah, see, I'm all about the moderation. Yes. I will buy Oreos. I will buy, fast food every now and then. I will buy, soda, whatever. Yes, locked out. I was talking about my dog a little bit earlier there. So she got her nails done today. Getting them trimmed. She was due for a trim. And with the heat, we haven't been out as much walking. You know what I mean? But now that the heat's broke a little bit, it's a little bit easier for us to get out on our walks and stuff. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? And then that's when you ask yourself, and why? Because here's the thing, collective. Sometimes this stuff, it's like, it really has nothing to do with you. Like this was going on before you came around, will go on after do you know what I'm saying? That kind of final frontier mode. And it's like, is that how you want to spend the rest of your days, figuring out why, so-and-so on General Hospital didn't go out with so-and-so when they probably should have, but, the writers know all about this stuff. So, you can watch and enjoy, or you can fight it, and so this is what I'm saying. People are going to do what they're going to do. So, if that's triggering for you, maybe you need to ask yourself, are those your people? Maybe they're just not your people. Smiling in your face. I've said many times before on this channel, anybody can smile at you while they're taking your money. And anybody that works retail knows that's 100% true, because you're supposed to try and be nice and pleasant to the customer, even if you're having a bad day, right? So don't think there's other people out there that haven't been informed of this, right, that might not actually want to give you what you're paying for, right? They're like, I'll just take the money. I like that weed coming in. They're reviewing my case right now. Like, all you gotta do is come out and look at the lawn. You know, it's like they want to send these emails, they want to send these phone calls, they want to send these text messages, but not a single one of them has been out here to actually look at the lawn. Do I need to keep paying them to come out here and spray my lawn? Or do I just need to switch companies? Yeah, and that was their resolution. We'll come out and give you a free such and such if you get this also. And then they said that I wasn't weeding, which I have photographs of all the weeds I've pulled. And it's like, when I've had the same company for the last 25 something years, who's mistaken here? It ain't me. It ain't me. No surgery, just swam and walked in lots of water. You know, say swimming is one of the best exercises in your joints, right? Walking as well, right? Because of better for your joints. Lots of water. You know, my dog, I could learn from her because she drinks lots of water. Like, I have to keep up on the water with her. Star mother. Yeah. How can you mother yourself? Mother Mary. Yeah. Maybe it's, by, reminding yourself to drink your water. Right. So purity of heart. Yeah. A lot of people want to hide things. A lot of people want to blah, blah. That's why I'm saying a situation calling you to have faith. Okay. And just understand that, like I said before, some of these things that have been going on that don't really have anything to do with you, you might realize you're kind of like a generational curse breaker in that way. Okay. Where you're like, or it might be one of these things like, well, in our family we've always gone to this church, in our family we've always had this on Thanksgiving, in our family, all this kind of stuff. And you're like, well, now that maybe you're the mama now, you're like, well, in my house we're going to have our own tradition and we're going to have prime rib on Thanksgiving because that's what we like. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. You would be surprised how bent out of shape and how opinionated some people think they can be about these kinds of things going on in your home. Wild, right? So, you know what I mean? What you're taking as a purity of heart action, like just thinking about feeding your family, right? And then somebody else is kind of like, all right? Again, go back to why you even had that thought to begin with, okay? And realize that they are not on your level of thinking. Period. And that's why the situation is calling for you to have faith, because you had it to begin with. Don't lose it because of some losers or some people that just want to be miserable today or tomorrow or yesterday or for the rest of their lives. However it is, they choose to do that. It's not your problem. There was some gal my age, I thought I had made an adult friend, and then it was like every single day she was calling me. And it was just like an hour every night. And it's like, I have other things to do than listen to this every day. And I thought, maybe that's why your boyfriend is kind of like on, off, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because some people, it's like they all bitch about it, but they won't actually get up and do anything for themselves about it. Right? And people be like, well, you were bitching about your pressure. Yeah, well, I was actually working on it out there. And now I know that it's not working. And I'm probably going to have to replace it, which is really irritating because I've probably only used that thing like twice. It's like brand new. I know I spent like at least $250 on that thing. Anyway. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Yeah. Adulting, right? Yeah, some of us have a passion for adulting where it's like, yeah, when I was 18, I thought that all cool, right? Well, I'm 20 now, I know better. Okay. Um I don't know who's calling me there. Yeah. So be held by the universe knowing that you're taking steps in the right direction, right? Whether or not other people thought you should, okay? Sorry guys, I'm just poofing this up a little bit. This is annoying me. Anyway. All right, warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So yeah, this might be something where it's like, yeah, you do need to go forth with it. Again, that's gonna help you understand the power you hold within to mother yourself. Okay. Again, having faith in the situation. Okay. So the more I think also you dance with life, it's like the more you're going to feel a little bit more relaxed. Okay. And these two almost look like a couple to me. So I don't know if this is out there as well for anybody right now, this kind of energy, if you're resonating with these angel cards. Okay. Brigid and Uriel. Okay. Yeah. Kind of like get in the groove. What else is there? Why not? Why not? Why not? Right? People will be like, "Oh, well, you're kind of wet." Do you know what I mean? Who cares if you have a little copycat running around if it means you're going to the gym, drinking their water, walking their dog? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, some good. Okay. And sorry guys, my connection keeps coming in and out. This is like that's like the third time it's happened on this live. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here, and maybe I'll do another poll for this tarot later. But until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye bye.